Hello there, a very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on TV1. We're coming to you live and direct from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. Before we take a look at your stories in detail, here are your headlines for this afternoon. Showers exceeding 150 millimeters in many parts of the island. 15 districts affected. 10 people reported dead. 3 people from the same family reported dead after an earth embankment collapses onto their house. Another earth embankment takes the life of a nurse in Naramala. Extreme weather reported in Tamil Nadu, India as well. Trade unions join the National Protest Day. Now, those were some images of the results or the consequences of extreme weather that was experienced here in the island over the past few days. As was mentioned in the headlines, a number of people have also lost their lives due to the extreme weather. So it's extremely important that the general public is aware of what's going on as far as the extreme weather in Sri Lanka is concerned right now. And to bring you an update on the current situation, we've got with us Newsfirst Azra Asan. Azra, what is the weather situation like for the coming hours, of course, to educate our general public so that they can take the necessary steps to be safe? What has the Met Department said?
Thank you, Shalan. Good afternoon to all our viewers now. Despite the scattered rains we're experiencing in the Colombo district, the rest of the areas in the country are, of course, facing an inclement weather. And we just witnessed man in which most parts of the country have been inundated and affected due to the continuous showers that we experienced. Now, the highest rainfall during the past 24 hours that ended at 8:30 in the morning was reported from the Sipukulam area in Mihintale, and according to the authorities, 216 millimeters of rainfall was experienced. The Met Department said that 202 millimeters of rain was recorded in the Tabova area as well. Now, News First sent out our reporters to many parts of the country to inquire into the weather situation in the country. When we spoke to the Air Force about the measures that have been taken precaution measures that have been taken to ensure that people are safe, the Air Force media spokesperson, Group Captain Dushan Vijay Singh, said that a team of 38 airmen from all Air Force bases have been readied and deployed to ensure that people who have been battered by the inclement weather in the country are taken to safer locations. Now, also in a very specific incident, 3 people are reported to have died after an earth embankment collapsed onto a house in Rambukana, Kegol this morning. 3 people from the same family fell prey to this incident in the morning, and however the father of the family, of course, have been rescued and is currently receiving treatment in the hospital. We had Ruhaza in Fan en route to Rambukana. She left in the morning to inquire into the situation of what is happening in Rambukana and this situation with regard to this particular incident. Let's try and get Ruhaza on board with us to inquire into what exactly is the plan, so we can keep our viewers updated on the current weather situation in the country. Yes, we will be joining Ruhaza very soon. She's on the way to Rambukana to bring us the latest update on what happened in the Rambukana area, and also what's happening right now. Another incident was reported from Naramala today, where 1 person had died after another earth embankment has collapsed onto a house in Vennuru, Naramala. Now, a 23-year-old girl had passed away due to this inclement weather situation. Let's take a look at the report. With all what's happening in the country, we might wonder what steps have been taken by the authorities to ensure that these people who have been battered by the inclement weather in the country are taken to safer locations, or what proactive measures have been taken to ensure that everyone is safe and sound. We have Ahmed Bousso visiting the Disaster Management Center office in the Gampar district. Now, Gampar district is one of the worst affected districts in the country, and Ahmed Bousso has been touring the Gampar district this morning and just visited the Disaster Management Center office in the Gampar district. Ahmed will bring us the latest update on what measures the Disaster Management Center has taken to ensure that the people of this country are safe. Ahmed, what is the situation there? We are trying to connect with Ahmed Bousso virtually, as he is currently in the Gampar district. He has visited the Disaster Management Center office in the Gampar district to ask the authorities what measures have been taken and what will be done in order to ensure that the people who have been battered by the inclement weather are taken care of. Now, we saw earlier how strong showers have resulted in flood situations in the country. Many parts of the country have been inundated. Most roads have been blocked, resulting in vehicular congestion in the areas. Now, we saw how heavy traffic congestion was also reported in the country, and many parts of the country, the roads are blocked, and constantly we were receiving reports about the inclement weather situation in the country. Now, speaking of transportation, Railways Department has made a decision today, and that was to restrict operations as extreme weather conditions caused damage to the tracks in multiple locations. According to the State Minister of Transport, Dilum Mamulugama, tracks between Rambukkana and Kadugana were damaged due to a landslide. In addition, trains will not also operate from Bangadeniya to Putlam along the Chilau Road, and tracks were damaged by floods, and this was the main reason that the Railways Department made a decision to restrict and stop the operations due to the extreme weather condition in the area. We have Nisal Suryarachi joining us from the Fort Railway Station to bring us an update about the railways transportation situation in the country. Nisal, what is happening? What can we expect?
I'm joining you from the Fort Railway Station. The Sri Lanka Railway has decided to halt certain operations because of the prevailing weather conditions in the country have caused damage to certain tracks around Sri Lanka. Movement will be limited on the Chilau route all the way to Puttalam, while movement will also be limited in the Kandy Colombo route as well due to landslides in the area. I'm Nisal Suryarachi reporting for Newsfirst.
As mentioned earlier, 3 people are reported to have died after an earth embankment collapsed onto a house in Rambukkana Kegol this morning. News First filed this report. Let's take a look.
At 2 a.m. in the Udagaldeniya area in Rambukkana. People are scurrying with the remains of the deceased. A mother, her 8-year-old daughter and another child lost their lives after a massive mound of earth collapsed on their house. In just a few minutes, what was once a house turned into a pile of debris. Only the father managed to escape the jaws of death.
ඊටාම කනගාටුදායක තත්ත්වය තමයි.
We informed them yesterday as well that this area is at risk. This family might have stayed at home as they couldn't find another place or shelter. If they were provided with a shelter, they would have been alive today.
ඒ නිසා අපි ජනතාවගෙන් කාරුණික ඉල්ලා සිටිනවා ආරක්ෂිත පියවර අනුගමනය කරන්න කියලා.
Now that was the situation in Rambukana this morning. Newsfirst, of course, dispatched a team that's on its way to Rambukana to bring us the latest update from there. Now, while that was the situation in Rambukana, landslide warnings were issued to other areas as well. Let's take a look.
The landslide warnings that were issued are in effect for the following areas. A level 1 landslide warning is in effect in the Alla and Passara divisional secretariats in the Badula district, the Sitavaka divisional secretariat in the Colombo district, the Nagoda, Nelua and Yakkalamula divisional secretariats in the Gaul district, the Horana and Ingiriya divisional secretariats in the Kalutara district, the Dolua, Udunuwara, Gangawata Korale, Pasbagi Korale, Yatinuwara and Hadispattua divisional secretariats in the Kandy district, and the Mavanella, Bulatkahopitia and Aranaka divisional secretariats in the K-Gaul district. A level 2 landslide warning is in effect for the Alpitia and Babdegama divisional secretariats in the Gaul district, the Agalavatta, Palindanuara and Bulat Sinhala divisional secretariats in the Kalutara district, the Ruanvalla and Dehiovita divisional secretariats in the K-Gaul district, the Ukuvela and Raptora divisional secretariats in the Mathale district, and the Ayagama, Ratnapura, Ahaliagoda and Kalavana divisional secretariats in the Ratnapura district.
A similar situation to Rambukana was also reported from Naramala today, where one person had died after an earth embankment collapsed onto a house. What exactly happened? Let's take a look.
A 23-year-old had died after a mound of earth collapsed on their home in Vendarua, Naramala. Sanduni Jayasuriya was employed at a private hospital in Colombo. She spent the last few days of her life treating patients even amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Sanduni was expected to leave for work this afternoon, but the extreme weather had other plans. Around 1 in the morning, an earth embankment collapsed onto her house, sending the wall crashing into her room. Her mother and brother were fortunate to escape death, but Sanduni was not so lucky. Today, patients cured by Sanduni might brave the weather to pay their last respects. She has left on a journey never to return again.
News first, Disao Kabuge, who is in the Kandy district right now, is at the Polgola Dam to bring us the latest update on how the inclement weather has affected the Polgola Dam.
Yes, thank you, Azra. Right now, I am in front of the Polgola Dam. Now, those of you who know, Polgola is situated right in between the Kotmale Reservoir and the Victoria Reservoir. And usually on a routine day or on a normal basis, we see that 1 or 2 sluice gates, or gates rather, of the Polgola Dam remain open. But however, we are witnessing a rare situation where 5 gates, which normally does not happen, has happened, where 5 gates have been opened in the Polgola Dam, letting water out into the Victoria Reservoir. Now, this reflects on the amount of, or the volume of water that is stored in the Polgola Reservoir. And within the past 2 weeks, we have experienced continuous rainfall, persistent rainfall, which sometimes lasts for 5 to 6 hours in the Kandy district. And this has, in fact, affected the volume of water in these reservoirs. And hence, and it was also reported a few days ago that the gates of the Victoria Reservoir, which is the largest reservoir under the Mahavali project, have been opened. And this reflects on the massive amount of water that is being circulated through the Mahavali River along these reservoir systems.
Thank you, Disal. Thank you for bringing us a comprehensive update from the Kandy district. Now, what measures have been taken by the Disaster Management Center, especially in order to ensure that the people of this country are safe? We have Ahmed Buso visiting the Disaster Management Center in the Gampar district. Ahmed, what is the situation there? Now, we know that Gampar district is one of the most affected districts in Sri Lanka. What is the situation there?
Yes, thank you, Azra. So right now, I'm opposite the District Disaster Management Center in Gampar. So having spoken to the authorities here, it was revealed that the situation in the Kalamba Kurunagala Road and Divulapitia Kotadeniya Road is severe, and the roads have been blocked due to heavy rains. So the Disaster Management Center here said that steps have been taken, and the ADH of this center has been sent to the spots right now to take care of the situation. So bringing to you the latest information in this regard, I'm Ahmed Buso from Gampaha.
Thank you, Ahmed. That was Ahmed Buso reporting to us opposite the District Disaster Management Center in the Gampaha district. Senator Senanayake of News First is now joining us from the Colombo district. It's currently in Borella. Senator, what is the situation in the Colombo district?
Thank you, Azra. Thank you. As you know, several areas across the country are experiencing extreme weather conditions, and the situation here in Borella is no different. Last night, from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., Borella experienced some extreme showery conditions, along with strong, gusty winds and lightning as well. And by this morning, even though that unfavorable weather condition reduced, by now it picked its pace back up again, and Borella is experiencing rainfall right now. Authorities have warned residents of Borella to stay vigilant about this extreme weather conditions. I'm Senator Senanayake reporting for News First.
Thank you, Senator. Now, what is the weather forecast? We spoke to the Met Department and inquired as to why this is happening. According to the Met Department, in the Bay of Bengal, this is where the disturbances are taking place. And this effect has now impacted the weather condition in Sri Lanka. Now, showery condition is expected to enhance further due to the influence of the disturbances that is being experienced in the Bay of Bengal. Now, according to the Department of Meteorology, heavy showers exceeding 150 millimeters can be expected at some places in the northwestern, western and Sabaragamu provinces, and also in the Kandy and Nuwara districts. Now, heavy showers exceeding 100 millimeters can be expected at some places in the northern province and in the Matale, Gaul and Mathura districts during the next 24 hours. Now, speaking about the sea level and the sea area, naval and fishing communities have been advised not to venture into sea until further notice, as rough seas are experienced around Sri Lanka. Torrential rains and floods have affected many people in Sri Lanka, and this is the time that government wants to come forward and help those in need. If you would like to help these families at this time of desperate need, you can call us at Gammadda on 076 5525 000. I'll repeat the number to you once again, 076 5525 000. Now, this is the weather situation. We will keep you posted on what's happening throughout the day today. Signing off for now, I'm Azra Hassan. Charlene is back to the main studio.
Thank you very much, Azra, for that comprehensive update on the weather situation here in Sri Lanka. Moving on to some news from overseas, the extreme weather is not only affecting Sri Lanka in this region, but also India as well. Now, Chennai, Tamil Nadu and Andhra in India have been adversely affected due to torrential rains. As of now, 4 people have been reported dead due to extreme weather in India. Most of the roads in Chennai have been inundated and the transportation has been hampered in many parts of India as well. The Indian Met Department has issued red notices to coastal areas in Chennai, Tamil Nadu and Andhra. Reports have surfaced that the Chennai town has been completely inundated as well. This is the largest rainfall India reported after 2015, and some parts of the country has reported rainfall of more than 200 millimeters. As of now, more than 60 houses in Tamil Nadu have been damaged by the extreme weather. Tamil Nadu officials have said that the people who have been stuck in low-lying areas will be rescued and directed to safe shelters. Well, as Azra pointed out at the end of her report, it is important in these times of adversities, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic looming, that we come together, join hands and help all those who have been affected by these adverse or extreme weather conditions in the island. People's lives are already hard as it is. With the extreme weather coming, their lives have become worse. So if you are in a position to donate or help out these people in any way possible, please do not hesitate to contact our Gammadda team that will be launching several operations to assist these people who are in dire need of your support. Thank you very much for watching Lunchtime News on TV1. That's all the news we've got for you this afternoon, but do stay tuned as we will continue to keep you up to date on the latest taking place here at home and across the globe. Signing off for the Newsfirst team, I'm Shalan Benedict. Take care. Good afternoon.